This is the Tech Review, and I'll be bringing you my review of the PlayStation 1 video game console. The PlayStation 1 was Sony's first attempt at a video game console, and it was very successful with classic game series such as Gran Turismo, and it was a 5th generation console, meaning it was in the same console or as the Nintendo 64, the Sega Dreamcast, I do believe, and I think that was it. I don't think Atari had anything. And the console was, this is the newer, quote-unquote newer console. There was a big, huge version. This is the SCPH-101. I think the big one was 100. I'm not sure. Those are, just taking a look at the console, there's 2 memory card slots, 2 controller ports, and speaking of controllers, I have one right here. I got my PlayStation 1 for free, and I wasn't expecting it to be that great, and it's missing like 2 or 3 screws from the one controller. It's the original PlayStation controller, it's the DualShock controller, not the regular one. Just lots, same size, just a lot different looking. So it didn't have analog sticks. The side has nothing. The back has the AV multi-out, which I think Sony's pretty much used on all 3 of the PlayStations. If I'm not mistaken, there's a 7.5 volt DC in plug. It's a minimalist console. Like, there's nothing too extravagant on the back, and it being a CD-based console, games didn't go in like the Atari or the Nintendo Entertainment System. It went on like this, like a CD player, the slim PS2, anything really, and power it on. If it would, the light would have come on green if it was plugged in, but it isn't. And one, I guess, cool feature if you have ADD or something is you can play the game, so it'll be spinning with the disk drive open, which I guess, because it doesn't have any sensors or anything in the back corner, so it can't tell if it's open or not. And taking a look at the controller, I already said this and everything, it's the DualShock model, not analog stick model, and it just ended right there, and there's no analog sticks or anything. And Sony hasn't really changed their controller since ever, actually. The only change is I think they added the DualShock sticks, and up until the PS3 they hadn't even changed the controller plug, which is this one right here for the PlayStation and PlayStation 2. There was a few changes, like the buttons didn't change at all. The analog button is removed on the current generation of the PlayStation 3. There's a PlayStation button right there. The triggers have changed. I like these triggers a little bit better, but I'm used to PlayStation 3. Go to friends' houses and stuff, playing PlayStation 3. Used to those triggers, so these are different, I guess. So, yeah, this has been my review of the Sony PlayStation 1.